Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Yo, what up though, peeps? How's everyone doing, man? And what a great game it was last night. Right now it's currently 6 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for work. So didn't really have time to make a video last night with the baby, trying to get sleep. So nevertheless, here we are. What a great game last night. First and foremost, let's just get the big elephant out the way first, because the Pistons did some good things, they did some bad things, but the key matchup was the number 1 overall pick versus the number 2 overall pick. And maybe I'm being biased because the number 2 pick played pretty well. He had a good game. I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm not going to say some things just reckless because he's not a Piston. But I think Cade played better. Watching Houston, all they did was just shoot threes. I can't tell you how many times Houston airballed or shot a 3 that wasn't close, that was contested, it wasn't open, it wasn't in rhythm. And at the same time, the Pistons did that too. But you know who didn't? Cade. All of Cade's 3-pointers looked great. Even the ones that didn't go in. They were in rhythm. He wasn't just chucking them. A lot of them, he was just the good man in the rotation. Found the open man, he let it fly. He had 4 threes last night. That's a career high for him so far. And again, it's a 6th NBA game, 5th NBA game, something like that. But it's progress. He looked so much more comfortable. So much more comfortable. And one of the key things I noticed with him was when he was playing point guard. And they had Killian off ball. I'm telling you, man, I told you the pressure was on Killian this year. I'm not going to go too much into that right now, because maybe it was just because it was Jalen Green and Killian was coming back off of missing a game. But Cade had this unique ability to change the pace while bringing the ball up. And a lot of times you see that in transition, not so much when you just bring the ball up. But a lot of times, like for example, when Jalen Green got that dunk and he screamed, I think Kevin Porter Jr. had one too where he dunked and screamed. Cade was able to push the ball and make sure they weren't back on defense in time. But a lot of times when he was doing it, there was no one back there, but he was able to change his pace to get a better offensive possession from the Pistons. It's something veteran point guards can do. It's something that if you watch CP3, he's a master of the tempo. He plays the game at his pace. And if it's fast one night, boom, he's on it. If it's to slow it down and get some open shots for D Book, CP3's on it. That's what Cade was doing last night. He was changing the tempo. When they needed to push it, he was pushing it. When they needed to slow down, get a bucket, he was able to slow down and go get a bucket, rather if it was him or Jerami Grant, who dropped 35 last night. Welcome back, Jerami. Good to have you back. Other than that, though, Cade was unfazed. He didn't let the pressure get to him. He didn't let the trash talk from Jalen Green get to him. He just kind of brushed it off like, dude, you're not the number 1 overall pick. Why do you have my name in your mouth? After that dunk where Green screamed, I don't think he scored again. I don't think he had any points in the 4th quarter or after that mark in the 4th quarter. I will say this, though. I like Jalen Green. He's going to be a phenomenal player. He's going to be a superstar. The guy's a walking bucket. But he's just a scorer. Defensively, he doesn't take it seriously enough, except for when he's trying to play Cade. But even then, like, he's not a good enough defender to stop Cade or Jerami Grant. Cade's an all-around basketball player. He's not just a scorer. So when they had Jalen Green had 20 points first on the scoreboard, yeah, cool for you. But we have the scoreboard. We're winning. We won the game. And a lot of that's because Cade is an unselfish player. And it goes down to Instagram between these two guys of why one's mature and one's not there yet. And I hope Jalen Green can get there, because I really want him to reach his full potential, because he's a phenomenal player. Cade goes on Instagram, posts a picture of him on the ground. All 4 of his teammates are picking him up. Jalen Green goes on Instagram after the game and posted the picture of the dunk over Cade. team player, individual player. And that's what I seen last night. The Pistons played as a team. Houston was a lot of ISO between KPJ, Green, and Christian Wood. That's what it boiled down to. Other than that, stop playing Corey Joseph. Trey Lyles is more like Trey Piles of crap. Both those bums suck. Can't wait to get them off my team. And I swear, we better get Saban Lee up here and Garza and give those two the minutes. Because if we're going to have guys out here not performing, I'd rather there be young players that are part of the future than these two guys who are about to be out of here and at Sunny Acres. These guys suck. I'm trying to keep it PG. It's too early in the morning for me to get this mad. Those guys suck, man. They are terrible. I can't tell you how many times Corey Joseph was just running in place, not even moving, just running in place and losing the ball and turning it over. Trey Piles had like 6 open three-pointers where no one was by him. He braked every single one. Garza would at least have one. Saban would have at least got to the free throw line. Come on, man. What are we doing with this? Gotta keep it clean. Positive note. Before I go back to being negative. Saddiq Bey did a great job when his shot wasn't falling. Good, and that buzzer beater before halftime, I think that's what set it off. That gave him his confidence. Because his shot hasn't been falling lately. And when that's the case, you have to work it down low. And he was staying active on the boards. He was following his shots because his shot just wasn't falling. And he stayed active. So young players, it's very encouraging to see, because a lot of times when you're a young shooter and your shot's not falling, you just don't do anything. It's not the case with Saddiq Bey. He does other things, so that way it makes up for his lack of shooting. So I was very, very happy with that. And then the refs, man, I don't know what they were on, but I've never seen Beef Stew get in foul trouble like that before. And almost every single one of his fouls were controversial. Like, should that really be a foul though? Like, really? Should that be it? Even Kelly Olynyk had a couple of those where you're like, really? He was just standing there. How is that his fault? So I mean, that could have really hurt us. But give credit where credit's due. Dwayne Casey got a rotation out there without a center. Again, the Detroit Pistons played some minutes without a active center on the court. I never thought I would see the day. Not the Pistons. And it worked. A lot of that goes to Cade and Jerami Grant for holding it down. So overall, great team win. Hopefully give us some momentum and continue this road trip. We got some games we can seriously win right here. So let's put some momentum together and put boots to asses, if you know what I'm saying. So leave your thoughts behind it on the game last night on the comments below. Instagram, Twitter, DSM members, Drew313 shirts in the description. Check it all out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And that's the bottom line, because Double D said so. Peace.